Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys can hear us. We are here tonight at round number 8 at Monza for the final round of the ACC GT3 Iron and Silver race. I want you guys there in the comments to give us a check. I just want to do a mic check. Can you guys hear me? And then I'll reject some racer that's joining us for commentary tonight. Mark it button if you guys can hear us in the stream. Please shout out there if the sound is all good.
Thanks, Jacques. Mic check, mic check. The viewers can just indicate it's visible.
So welcome, Marcus, to RaceFace and Silver race. We've got a few fast guys out here fighting for the championship, and I think we're going to see some great battles tonight. Why don't you introduce yourself from the SPR side a little bit for us and tell us who you are and what SPR is maybe.
Thanks, Jacques. Yeah, no, very excited for the developments on the sim racing calendar for all sim racer fans out there. Obviously, we currently on SPR, we started as a console team. Firstly, GT7, that's where I joined them, and we developed the team over the last 2 years to have a PC team as well as the console team. And we've migrated to ACC since the beginning of this year. Much better physics, much more competitive close racing, much more technical, very realistic, as close as it gets for us sideline commentators in the sport. Big motorsport fan myself, being a Button, Jensen and so forth. It's always been something in our family, coming from the East Rand, motorsports in the blood. And very excited to spend my Thursday nights doing commentary on the RaceFace leagues, so specifically for the Gold and Silver, where the championship battle is nice and tight. All gets down to round number 8 here at Monza, and I think we're going to see some good racing out here tonight, Jock. We had a race on Monday night in the console league, same track, same class, and turn 1 proved to be an absolute horror show. So let's hope these guys are a bit more professional than our rookies are on the console side. We do have some guys in here that also raced on Monday from the Team SPR side, as well as Donovan Lehr from Logistical Nightmare. So let's see if the guys can keep it clean through turn 1 and then have some good racing and battles all the way to the end. And we'll try and update you guys on the point standings and where there's battles that might affect the provisional standings for the championship.
Thanks, Marco. Thanks for the introduction and a little bit about SPR, and I'm sure these guys will handle Monza quite well. They've been doing so good the whole season long. Let's see how they get around the track tonight. Can be quite a difficult one, especially the first lap in the cold tires, the first corner with all the cars there, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yes, and I think on this track, if you don't have at least a second on the guy ahead of you per lap, it's going to be difficult to pass. Track position is quite key on a fast-paced track like this, low downforce. Slipstream into corners, did catch a couple guys out as well, not accounting for the slipstream and that little pull into the braking zone. So let's for some good action tonight.
I think we will definitely see some great racing, but yeah, I'm focusing a little bit here on Struble now, the winner of last week's race. I think was a tough one in the rain for him. He showed some talent and some real skill to clock the field there, so that's a good one. We'll see what he's going to be able to do tonight.
Last week.
Definitely.
I think he was like a fish out of water with no traffic in front of him. So let me just quickly check the point standings here, so we can give a little rundown while qualifying is going. I see lap times are coming through at 1:47s. I think on the console we were doing 1:48.5's best, and but our track was a bit warmer. Track temperature and ambient temperature obviously playing a big role in your car performance.
Oh, definitely. I see we've got a track temperature of 23 degrees. That's quite good. But yeah, we'll see how it goes through the race. But yeah, I think that's going to be a big role in the cars tonight.
Yes, so we were on track temp of 38 on our race on Monday night, so a bit slower times. But 1:47.8 seems to be a viable time at the moment for Zitzman.
Well, I see we've got a pole position so far, provisional pole is Zitzman, and we've got Thomas and Struble living up to the last week's awesome race he had, lying in third position at the moment, followed by Martin van Wyk and Gerard de Bruin, not too far behind.
And Zitzman is in the silver class, leading qualifying here currently in the Audi, number 23.
Definitely one of the nicest liveries on the field as well. Love the orange on the back of the car.
These guys do a lot of effort with deliveries. I think a lot of pride and some inter-team banter going on. So looking forward to how this develops and how the teams start finding each other as the seasons follow one another and the drivers starts filtering into the classes where they actually belong. Lots of newcomers here. I don't see Zitzman on the point standings at the moment. So he's definitely a new guy that joined the grid here.
Oh, well, we must definitely have a look out for Vancel as well. Yeah, it was also has some solid pace the last few races, and he's definitely going to be coming through, fighting to get in that top 3.
That's your favorite number there, Jock?
Number 44, that's why I'll probably my favorite driver for tonight.
Okay, so your money's on Vancel. I see Neil is putting in some good laps here. Only 0.2 off Zitzman's pace there. Not much between Struble and Thomas at the moment. All Ferraris in the Pro class at the moment shining through. Well, I only see Ferraris here in the Pro class. This is a Ferrari Cup.
Oh, well, we've got some Fords there as well. The Fords usually fight back on the
Fords
final
in the
parts
silver
of the
class,
stints.
right?
Yeah, I think that both Fords are in the silver class.
Yes. So Pro class,
It's a
Gold
Ferrari
class,
Ferrari
Gold
Cup.
is all Ferrari. So Ferrari Cup round 8. Good. And one Audi from the silver class currently outperforming the field here by 1500ths of a second. Very close times here between the top 6, 7, 8. Real close. 10 cars, 14 cars within a second from one another.
That's crazy
Currently.
close.
Yeah, it's going to be some tight racing. I'm just on Scruton's livery here now on my side. I can see that orange. Feel good.
But I think we should give a big shout out to our 4 SPI drivers as well. Gerard de Bruin,
Yes.
Martin van Wyk, Niel Struble, and Sean Rudolph. I mean, they came in here. They definitely made their name on the track. And what look at those nice SPR liveries.
Yes, no, the guys do exceptional effort in these liveries. I do think there's definitely in the silver class for SPR, it's going to be Sean Rudolph fighting to see if he can pick up podium for the season in that Ford of his.
The Golden Roof Ford. Let's see if he can be the golden boy tonight and to grab something special.
Yeah. And then in the gold class, we've got Martin van Wyk running very close to Gavin Scruton, 5 points between them. So there's definitely a swing possible for P1 and P2 in the championship. And then the next close battle, it's a bit tight for P4 and P3. Let me just check where Neil is. Neil is in 7th place on 187 points. So he needs nothing less than a race win. And John Vancel, racer number 44 to not place too high. So John would definitely be applying some defensive driving tactics unless he is going for the... Nope, he can't. Yes, he can just, if Martin's got a DNF and John van Zyl takes the race, he can put a frog leap over Martin in silver position. He's out of it for the gold, but he's definitely in contention for silver if Martin has a bad night tonight. Okay, qualifying done. Who's still out on a lap?
I think we've got Balder out on the lap still.
Let's see if there's a golden hour boy coming through here in the end.
Just a quick one, Marco, I dropped you a message that side quickly.
Thank you for that technical help there, Jock. I think this commentary and streaming and this is all new for us, but we're trying to make time to make the sport more visible and more enjoyable for the fans out there. So thank you for helping. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have known what to do to get here.
Yeah, I think it's a good trial run for us tonight, and I hope all will enjoy it. I'm 100% sure the guys are going to understand that we're trying our best on our side, but we're going to do the best we can.
I'm the ever optimist, so it can only get better from here. Okay, so the session has ended with Sitzman from silver class in P1, Thomas in second, and Strubel in third, Van Wyk fourth, De Bruin fifth. So the SBRs are taking 3, 4, and 5, sticking together. That's beautiful to see.
Yeah, and then we've
SBR
got
boy myself.
Scott in 6th, Scruton in 7th, Van Zyl in 8th, Balder in 9th, Scott in 10th, and then we've got Maton in 11, Rudolph running P12, a little bit low. Let's hope that Mustang can fight up. Then we've got Berg in 13th, Van der Jeffel in 14th, Mayberg in 15th, Zitzman in 16th, Grief in 17th, Kriel in 18th. Then we've got Negrini in 19th, Wentworth in 20th, and then Stalls in 21st. So let's see how this race goes, Marco. I think we're going to be in for a great lap. I think the nerves are going to be building up on the formation lap. I think everybody's having a look at that turn 1 and thinking how they're going to be ending that turn 1 after the first lap.
No, for sure. I think the guys are going to enjoy the prizes up for grabs for the season. Every podium finisher for the championship will get a nice trophy to at least show his family he hasn't been spending his time in vain.
No, definitely. I think the trophies are nice. The guys are definitely going to like them a lot. And let's see. We've got a big battle for the top 3. I think it's going to be an interesting one. Whoever keeps it together after the first lap will definitely bring through a solid result tonight.
Yep. I can just imagine the jitters on the grid there now. So I'm sure there's butterflies and some goosebumps
as they count
through the field there.
The time counts down.
It's going to be a slow and steady warm-up lap for formation. Get the heat into the tires. Tell me quickly, Jock, as a question, you being a very successful and fast sim racer, is weaving the best solution to get the heat into the tires, or is it riding on the brakes? What's your strategy to warm up?
Usually a lot of weaving is not my type of cup of tea. I'll rather take it nice and easy, get the temperatures nice and slow. Rather because the weaving just gives you excess surface temperature but not enough core temperature. So the time that you actually go racing, your surface temperature is so high that you actually lose grip. So I would say just take it easy, keep it pace, no locking up, and just take it slow. That's the best way to heat them up for me.
What I experienced on Monday night was that I was heating up my outside tires up to spec, but my inside tires went too high on the pressures.
Sure.
How do you get a specific tire to go warmer or cooler?
Yeah, well, I think that's a lot of driving style as well. I think it takes a lot of time and pressures and everything like that. But yeah, I think it's nice and calm. I wouldn't try weaving too much. As I said, surface temperatures rise too high.
So do you suggest using the brakes to warm the tires?
I would say take it easy, use a little bit of brake, a little bit of acceleration, get those lateral loads, not too much, just nice and easy to get the temperatures up nice and slow.
And not glaze the brakes, just keep them
Definitely.
in the light green, don't take them into the yellow and orange.
Yeah, if you glaze those brakes, you'll do a Vettel move on the first corner.
Oei. I'm feeling the tension building here as I get closer out of the Lesmos here. The head of the long tail going around Monza. So the front guys are heading down to Ascari already, while the tail is in Lesmo 1.
I think there's a lot of drivers that are going to be trying to fight back from the backside of this grid tonight, like Van Sale and Sean and all those guys. They really want to get those points up, so I'm sure we're going to see some drivers coming back strong. We mustn't throw out Martin or Gerhard as well. They'll be fighting their way, trying to get past Struble and getting those top 3 podium positions.
Gerhard will be fighting on the standings for the season from P8. He's at 191 points, so
I think him and Struble are quite close.
Podium's possible. Podium's possible all the way to P9. 7. Gerhard's on. Oh no, Gerhard must race 2 DNSs and 1 DNF. So I don't think he's got podium aspirations tonight. Just finish off the season on a high to start the next on a high note. Struble definitely has the opportunity to go into the podiums if the racers above him has a bad night out. But the odds for that obviously is not that great.
Okay, so now we're heading into the last corner, going through the straight. The guys are revving it up. I think we're waiting for the leader to go green, and then they're going to be off.
Good old parabolica. Okay.
Let's hope Zitzman gets a good pull away here to make himself clean of any chaos that might happen at turn 1.
I wouldn't want to be in the middle of the pack. If you can keep your eye on the front, I'll scroll a bit back in the field to see if there's any
100%.
Any bad stuff in.
Okay, so Zitzman is waiting for green there. And Zitzman is off. There they go off to turn 1. Let's see what happens. Struble gets a little bit of a bad pull there. Martin van Wyk coming in to the inside. Gerhard on his tail. Let's see.
Oh, contact from Revel. Oh, there's a mess here at the back from P30.
We've got a big mess up here.
Deja vu, yeah.
We've got a few drivers that
now the challenge is to turn your car around.
Oh, we got a lot of guys standing here with damage. A few cars standing in the middle of the road on turn 1 still. That was quite a messy first turn there.
Yeah, no, well, the last ones are clear now. On the way to the second chicane, that was not good. I see Van Wyk fell back tremendously. No, now he's clear.
Ludwig
on the timing page here.
Yeah, Ludwig and Niels Struble, all those guys cleared it nicely. Gerhard the Brain, Martin. Also saw Sean getting through there without damage. Definitely
Struble up to P2. I think he's going to go for the duet here.
Let's see what he can do.
He's number 1 in the gold class. And Zitzman's 1 in silver.
Running almost a second behind Zitzman now. We'll have a look at how it closes in. We've got a closer battle down in 10th and 11th with Wentworth. And Zitzman, the second Zitzman. I think they're brothers.
Must be. Zitzman doing a pass on
we've got a few guys. few guys dropping into pit lane already for the damage, to get that damage sorted out.
Yeah, with the length of the race at 80 minutes, there's no way you can push through with damage on a high-speed track like this, where downforce and spoiler damage is going to hold you back quite significantly.
We've got Negrini and Van der Walt going side by side, yeah. Negrini just not made it. He's definitely putting the pressure back up. Sorry to Scott. Him and Scott are fighting it out.
I think the biggest loser at the moment is our championship leader for the gold class, Gavin Scrutten.
Where did what how far
He's
down?
P24, currently in the pits for damage.
Oh no.
He's
That's
gonna
not where you
come
want to
out,
be as a championship leader.
No, he's gonna have to push from here, try and keep it clean and make as many places up as he can.
Oh, we've got contact between Negrini and Scott there going through. Sure, he just did not have a nice line there. But yeah, that's up to the stewards at the end of the race. Oh, and he just spins it around again.
That's the worst
Bad
thing,
luck
to get your
there,
car back on
Negrini.
track. Van Wyk is next to Van Zyl, yeah. There's a good battle with Van Wyk and Van Zyl going into the Parabolica.
We've got them side by side. Van Wyk on the outside. Oh, and he just clears him. But they,
He's got the inside Van Zyl.
Van
I
Zyl
think
is
Van
he's
Wyk
got
was
the
just a
run
bit
on
too
him.
early on the throttle there.
This is the drag race down to turn 1 now. Oh, look at Sean Rudolph on
They've
the
got
back of
Mustang
them.
of Mr. Rudolph for company here.
Are they going to maybe go 3 wide? Let's have a look. Ah, no, Sean backs off. He knows the better there. Martin
as well.
keeps the position.
Oh, Martin overshot his braking marker.
Martin did the
Take a
battle.
track warning, yeah, was going to give that place back. Good sportsmanship, he's hanging back, giving the place. Okay. He gave a bit too many places there. Martin all the way down to starting pace up at now 8, 9, running in 9th.
And then we also have Caden Scott on the back of the Brenia, definitely putting some pressure on it under the Brenia.
This is a silver driver versus a gold driver. I see Neil has lost the lead in the front to Zitzman. Oh, no, he's been behind Zitzman. He's just in the lead of the gold class. Okay.
And he's pulling a gap on Thomas behind him as well. Gap behind Thomas is 1.4 seconds already. Keeping up to Zitzman there.
Half a second.
Oh, Harald ran a little bit wide there. But at the moment keeping Scott behind.
For this track, it's quite easy to get into your rhythm and keep that consistent laps coming. There's not too many corners here, so not too many muscle memory variations to put in the bank.
No, definitely. I think it's more focusing on handling the car and low downforce.
Yes.
We've got another 3-way battle down here at P17. We've got Maton. Oh, Maton just clipped the inside curb there.
Neil slowly catching up to Zitzman in the Audi in front. Only 3.8 tenths at the moment in it.
Let's focus on them for a little bit, yeah. Neil definitely closing down that gap. Probably gonna, in a lap or so, gonna start applying that pressure on Zitzman. But we've got Thomas at the back also gaining. That Audi just has the nicest downshift sound of any car.
This is the V10 version. Or is it the V8?
I think it's the V10 version, you can be corrected.
V10. Let me jump to that sound there. Yeah, that's the V10. Oh no, it's got a beautiful noise to it.
Zitzman definitely put an awesome lap together there, pulling a gap of 1 second on Neil there.
Yep. It was through Ascari there that Neil lost out from Lesmo to Ascari.
Yeah, we've got Michael Berg also going for a move on Christian Zitzman. Zitzman on the inside here leaves the space and gives Michael Berg the position there. Oh no, I think that was a lap car.
I think Neil's just calming his nerves, hanging a little bit back on Zitzman now. Just trying to retain his position as P1 in the gold class. So as we have it at the moment, it's Zitzman number 1 for silver class, Scott, and then Rudolph in the Mustang. And for gold class, we've got Strubel, Thomas, and then De Bruin. Martin and John van Zyl, the 2 championship contenders, falling quite a bit back, P7 and P9.
I must give a shout out to Donovan as well, sitting in P11. What a great first lap, coming through all those chaos that happened there.
Yes.
Definitely good, gained a lot of position from the start of the race.
He's got nice and clean air in front of him at the moment, Donovan. He's got a back marker. He's on the back of car number 65, Elder, which is a lap down. This Lexus has got quite a deep roar to its engine.
Definitely. See Martin van Wyk down into 8th place. Definitely with... Who do we have? We've got Christian Zitzman behind him, and behind him is Michael Berg. It's a close battle between these 3 guys here as well. I think the Ferrari just has a little bit more pull on the straights, and that Aston and Bentley are struggling to gain on the straights a little bit.
Might be set up because I've seen that Aston having very good traction out of corners in our race on Monday night. Kalen Mawa was in the Aston.
We've got almost having a run there on Zitzman.
Yes. Don't think it will be too long.
Marco, if you can give us a quick explanation why a setup is a little bit important for these racing, rather than just not just a little bit. Interesting. Why does the setup actually make a big difference for this racing out there tonight?
Yeah, setups, I don't know how to do them. I just know how to YouTube them, trying to learn as I develop my sim racing career or hobby here. But it can make a huge difference, and it's small things. It could be a little bit more wing. If you go to the basics, it can be a little bit more wing, a little less wing, a little more traction control, a little less. It all makes a difference. I haven't gotten to the point where I can change traction control between corners. I've seen the professionals doing that quite successfully. Some corners is faster with low traction than with high traction, and vice versa on other corners. So just on the basic stuff, there's contact between Michael and Zitzman. Yeah,
I just saw that.
So yeah, setup is critically important. I've gone out on track with base setup and with a couple twitches and a couple YouTube videos. You make up 2.5-3 seconds just tuning the setup and getting used to the setup. I think phase 2 is knowing your setup and knowing your car's behavior.
Yeah, and I think the biggest role playing in sim racing is practice makes perfect. If you need to put in the time, you need to put in the seat time there.
No replacement for seat time.
And then definitely just always helps out to have a few looks at YouTube videos, like you said. I think we all started there. The first time I heard trail braking, I almost fell over and thought, what the hell is that? But that's actually one of the best techniques to master at the end of the day. So just a lot of research, a lot of seat time, and then always fun
track
to
knowledge.
And track knowledge.
Because some corners are trail braking corners and others are not, and it's seat time and lap after lap, looking at your delta, to see if trail braking works, or a dead stop works, or some coasting works, and that you only devise through proper setup. All of us obviously have jobs during the week, so we can't spend 40 hours a week prepping. What's your regiment for a race, Jock? How much hours do you spend typically on preparation?
Oh well, it's quite hard with a busy life and everything. You actually do a few hours a night if you can, possibly. I think minimum 1 hour. Just to get the prep, especially if you're gonna know you're gonna be doing a race. I'll definitely put in some practice there. And I think just find out by some friends, ask the sim racing community for some advice, setups, track knowledge, corners if you struggle. I think that's what SPR as a team actually does very good. A team of guys, and yeah, everybody helps everyone.
No, that's basically the shortcut. I also have the privilege of being a member of Team SBR. For Monday night race, I didn't have to do any YouTube research. I got my setup from our team boss, Gerard. It's currently running in 4th year, and the setup works like a dream. There we're doing a GT4 Cup Mercedes AMG race.
Also on Monza.
Also on Monza again.
That's nice. Oh well, I think most of these guys are also looking after the weekend for the 9.5 hour at Kyalami. I think that's going to be an interesting endurance race. I think a lot of these guys have already started prepping their teams and getting everything ready, and I think that's going to be a fun one for all the guys out there as well.
Yeah, for me, when I prep for a race, it depends a lot on my track knowledge or prior track knowledge. Like Lami, I haven't spent a lot of time on, so we only started ACC this year that's got the track. So I don't have previous years' muscle memory or knowledge to fall back on. So if I've got a race on Kyalami, I would most probably spend a couple hours more to prep than when it's Monza or Red Bull Ring or Nürburgring, the tracks that we're well accustomed to.
Oh, we've got Rudolf going in for a move on the outside. Hey, it's real close. Almost got him there. But that Mustang definitely has a run on that Ferrari. But I think Scott made us a little bit of a mistake in the corner and actually lost a lot of time there to Rudolf.
I see the field setting out quite comfortably into their positions now.
Definitely have a few guys closing up for some battles. But yeah, it makes it interesting. We've got 2 mandatory pit stops F tonight, and that's definitely going to make it interesting. The pit stop
looks
strategies.
like Rudolf has got Scott here into turn 1. See what happens in the braking zone. Who's going to outbrake who here?
They're both late on the brakes there. Oh, they're going to go side by side.
Will have to hang back.
Made the smart choice there.
Smart move. Just stick there. I think one of the big things in sim racing and in all racing is sometimes you just have to hang in the spot, apply the pressure, stay close, and wait for the guy ahead to make a mistake. Because there's nothing more disconcerting than a car in your mirror into every corner.
No, definitely. I think that's the biggest technique that you can use if you're the guy behind, is make that car as large as possible in the rear view mirrors.
Yes, especially if it's a Mustang on a Ferrari.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like
I think
train coming from the back.
Oh, Sean had a little bit of a slide there. Nice catch there.
Quick snap back there on the steering wheel.
I think see. Go down to P19 quickly. See Wentworth also gaining there on your bar. Definitely gaining half a second away.
Wentworth has to come back through the field as a gold driver, finding himself at the back of the field at the moment.
I think he got picked up in that first corner incident there.
Yeah, we'll have to watch the replays to see exactly what happened. There was too many action to bring through in a live broadcast. We don't have a team in a trailer parked outside to bring us the highlights along.
No, definitely.
If any of the viewers on the stream can give comments to anything they want to let us double check after the race, so we can check those highlights, make you a little highlight reel.
And please guys, go and have a look at our Facebook page as well for Rhino Utility, EG Evolve, Virtual Mode, Simulator Cave, SBR Racing, and as well as the RaceFace page on Facebook, guys. go have a look at the pages, like and share those pages for us. Same as on the YouTube, like and subscribe.
I think it's quite important to get those likes and subscribes and shares so we can get the viewer numbers up, get the sport a bit more well known and shared. It is exciting, and I'm sure there'll be some road shows. I know EG Evolve does quite some nice road shows as well at their facilities, as well as in some shopping malls. Now and then they set up the rigs, and you can come over try out. So
I see we've got a few guys that gave us a shout out there. It's Arjan, Stingers Racing, JT Skeffer, and our other famously known SPR racer, JP van Heerden. Our PlayStation alien.
Mr. Alien. And JT is also catching up quite quickly. Quite impressed with his performance through the ranks this first season of his as well in the sim racing. So lots of guys come in with just a natural feel, and that learning curve is quite quickly at the start. I see Van Wyk is passing on Rudolf here into Parabolica. Yo, he came past there like he's in a different class of car.
Sure, what a move there from him there.
Yeah. Let's see if Martin can get the move done on Scott. Rudolf has just been sitting here.
I think those Ferraris just have a little bit extra legs, and that Mustang just could not get that extra bit to get past tonight. But let's see.
Yeah.
Martin van Wyk is, let's see what he's got going for him in this Ferrari versus Ferrari.
Quite a peculiar livery here on Mr. Scott's car.
We also have
Green
Thomas starting to catch on Neil there, and then Gerard just right behind Thomas as well. So we're going into another three-way battle here for the podium positions.
Action building there in the front. Martin's just sitting here. He's going on the outside for Lesmo 1 on Scott. Caden. I think,
almost running a little bit wide there. Sure, definitely not backing down.
Slip, spin, almost. Scott, there's Rudolf and Martin's gap now. Doors open. Side by side, Rudolf.
Both going to be able to take him.
Yep.
And they passed. Let's see how late.
For the braking zone, very well done.
What a move there.
That's what you have to do when those opportunities arises. When a guy in front of you makes a mistake, you have to take that opportunity. You don't know if you'll get it again in the stint.
I think it's so difficult out there as well. I mean, your tires are starting to wear, everything starts to heat up, but just the slightest bit of traction loss and you can lose a lot of time. I mean, that was not the... Definitely. I think that was not the biggest slide.
When you have the car behind you, your eyes are constantly jumping between your mirror and the track in front of you, and it's just that split second of having your eye off the track in the braking zone and you're out wide and the guy's past. So rear view mirror racing does not work.
We've got Thomas really applying pressure on Struble now at the moment.
Struble now.
I see some of the drivers in the top bottom 15 already did their first pit stop. So interesting to see when the front runner guys will actually be going in for their stops. I mean, with the field this close, the slightest of error in the pit stop get lost, you lose your 1 or 2 positions easy.
And the drivers would know that, Jock. So the nerves when they hit that pit limiter board will be at 120%. And to make a mistake, switch over a gear, get out of the pit limiter, or miss your box is small, minuscule mistakes that could cost you a good track position here, where on a track like Monza, that's very important to keep your track position.
Farah definitely having a run on Thomas down to Parabolica this side now. Yep. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to go for the outside?
Yeah, it looks like they just left off the accelerator there.
He's going on the outside. Let's see.
Very difficult to take it on the outside on Parabolica.
He must just keep... Is he going to keep the foot down and get the run?
There's just no traction there on the outside.
Drops back into the slip. Let's see if Thomas is going to defend that inside line. Ricard deciding to go the long way around. Let's see. Andrew's latest on the brakes.
Thomas is handing it to him.
Ricard gets the position.
Thomas seeded it there.
I think
Now it's Gerard on the back of Mr. Strubel. Mr. Strubel, as we call him. Seker Kloinkie.
And those two are in a battle for 7th and 8th in the Drivers' Championship, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how hard they fight, as they are sort of teammates. So let's see how hard they fight before team orders actually start coming in.
Yeah, the boss always has right of way. I see Martin did very well to pull away from John. At the moment, Martin seems safe for at least second position provisionally. And then with Scruton being all the way down in P16, there might be a shake-up for the top step of the podium for the season.
Let's hope everybody keeps their side clean. We don't want the championship to actually be decided on penalty points at the end of the day.
Yes, the only two that's tight in battle and tight on track at the moment that I can pick up scanning the logs here is Gerard and Neil in the second and third position.
We had Hubert close to Wentworth as well, but he fell back a little bit behind on the last lap. I mean, with all the guys here in silver and gold, I mean, these are some good drivers. All of them showed an exceptional season. There was not a lot of commentating from my side, but I definitely watched all the races, followed all the drivers, and definitely these guys put up a show.
I think we need to keep our eyes on Gerard. Seems like he's going for the undercut on Neil here. He went into the pits there.
I think if I was Neil now, I would push like hell. Get that out, that in lap totally completed with a fast lap, everything, because the undercut on Monza is so powerful and so strong.
Seems like the brain is out the pits. See if he's clean, if he crosses this limiter board.
Let's see how far he falls down. Let's hope he doesn't have any traffic.
P9.
So he's good. He's got his first stop done, and he's got a clean track ahead of him. So let's see how hard he can push.
Stop, eh? Yeah, the good clean stop. Let's see what happens with Strubel if he's going to dive into the pits.
Oh, we've got John Van Zyl definitely on the back of Caden Scott there as well. Right bumper to bumper. See if he can make a move. Is he going to look at the inside? No, he thinks I've better of it. Let's see if he gets a better run out this lot.
Gerard lost out on 9 positions going into the pit. Strubel is carrying on another lap.
John Van Zyl going for inside line into the last corner. Is he gonna have it? Oh, this is close. Let's see who gets the better run out to the main straight. And Caden Scott, and John Van Zyl gets the move completed there. But Caden Scott is back on his tail. And he goes for the inside line again.
The fastest man on the track up to now is Mr. De Bruin. 148.
Caden Scott just outbraked himself, and John Van Zyl is definitely going to take the position here.
Gerard's putting in some mega laps here. By the looks of it, Gerard's gonna be successful on the undercut.
If I was Neil, I would definitely make a pit stop real soon. But the undercut is also...
Change tires. Change tires on these.
The undercut is powerful, but later in the race you're going to start struggling on those older tires, and your competitors going to have fresh tires. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes closer to the end.
I think Ricard just did a splash and dash there. I think he did tires.
But Barth also closing the gap a little bit to Caden Scott now after that turn one mistake he had there, outbraking himself. So it definitely cost him a lot of time there. Jonathan Sell pulled away, and now we've got Michael Berg coming in as well, on him as well.
Is this a standard in-game livery on this Bentley?
No, those are the racing styles. They also very competitive.
Okay, they've got their own.
Yeah, a very competitive team here at RaceFace.
Looking very professional on the yellow here.
And I'm sure that I think they've got some cars in the Pro-Am division as well.
Our Bentley looks mega in its yellow livery. They were racing snails. Definitely not the snail on track at the moment.
No, definitely not the slow snail. Maybe that turbo snail.
Turbo, the Pixar movie. DreamWorks. He should get the pass done on Scott and within this lap or the next lap.
We also have Maton fighting for P20. But yeah, there's points on the table for everyone. So I think every position they gain is extra points, extra championship gains. Would be interesting to see where they all come at the end.
I'm sure the bulk of the guys at the bottom at the moment was involved in that incident, so they just doing a recovery drive. Berg Scott here into Ascari. Scott going out a bit wide. There was enough room, so Berg made that clean, nice and clean. Nice and clean overtake.
I think Caden Scott is starting to struggle a little bit with those tires, as the lap times are definitely coming down, and a little bit of position losses and everything. But yeah, the surface track can eat the left hand side tires a lot.
Yes.
And he dips into pit lane. I think it's time for a pit for him.
There's a car off track as well. Oh, Donovan missed first corner, and he's got a drive-through penalty for that. Didn't lift off the throttle enough
Bad
through
luck
the
there.
first chicane.
Driver that was running in P11 a little while back, that drive-through is definitely going to cost him some time and lose him some positions there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Just imagine his disappointment with himself right now.
I think it's a little bit blowout time for him after the hard work he does at Allen Racing as well.
Just keep his head down now and get back into his rhythm and forget about all these incidents. What's in the past is in the past.
I think talking about rhythm, I think Ludwig Sitzmann has found his rhythm. He's just the magic man tonight. Pulling away.
Sitzmann.
Yeah, for Ludwig Sitzmann. Pulling away, doing nice clean laps, just holding everything together. I think that Audi is definitely outperforming everyone tonight on this field.
I didn't expect that from the Audi on this track.
Now we've got William Wentworth also chasing in Jacobus van der Walt. Let's see if he can catch that Mustang. We've seen the Mustang struggle a little bit, the Ferraris do have a little bit better legs. But let's see if he can close the gap and maybe get a pass done on him.
Scott's off in turn one. Did well to stay clear of the racing line for the leaders coming through.
But William definitely having a little bit of a pace advantage to Van der Walt, so we'll see what happens when they get to the main straight, if he's going to have the run and down to turn one.
Into Ascari.
we'll still get there to learn all the corner names as we are the amateur streamers still, but
It's only the one track we have to know at the moment.
they can call us the Cars and Beer Span.
Do you have a beer there with you, Jock?
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately
Aye.
not.
Struggle Spice is dropping, he's heading into the pits now. Let's see what happens on the other side.
Let's see where he comes out to the brain. We also have Martin dropping into the pits right behind him. Let's see if their strategy for staying out longer actually paid off. I think Gerard is going to have the upper hand with the early pit stop, but his tyres are going to be a little bit more tired at the end, and I think Neil is going to come back strong there.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting development to keep our eye on. 6 months out in front in a class of his own.
Where's Gerard, the brain on the track now? We've got Neil coming out of the pits now. Gerard heading onto the main straight.
He's just clearing the pit limiter board now.
Is he going to be close? Is it going to be far? And Neil comes out with a solid gap.
Good.
Going longer
Gerard
actually
must have
paid
had
off.
a slip in the corner that we missed. He was putting in some mega pace. With the competitiveness of this league here, a small slip up that costs you 2 seconds can put you back quite a bit. And to get that out of your head to make it up, it's highly impossible. You have to take a knock on the chin and just keep it clean going forward. Neil overkick shoots second chicane here.
And he's probably
I'm
going
sure there's a
to
track
get a
warning there.
slowdown or a track warning there.
Definitely a track warning on that one. He's going to have to keep it clean. Still 45 minutes to go.
I think that's the hardest part, is to keep the car inside of track. Just a little bit late on the brakes, just a little bit wide on the corner, and if you get those ones, the drive-through penalties can come your way.
So Gerard slotted in nice and well between Neil and Martin.
Franjo Haynes also out on track, not racing too bad tonight. Definitely gaining a few positions, but yeah, definitely has not made his pit stop yet, so I think he's gonna fall down the order as soon as he takes the pit stop. I think most drivers are just staying out and hoping for the best at the moment. They're one of the Racing Snail BMWs. I think it's the teammate of the Bentley.
Okay. Gerard's pace also dropping slightly now, 149.3, close to 4. Oh, Struggle cuts chicane number 1 again.
He needs to keep it clean from now on. We've got Thomas going into the pit.
I think he'll come out just behind Martin.
We still have the whole top 6 moving to pit. Sean Rudolph still staying out with that Mustang as well. I think he tried to extend as far as possible there. Martin van der Berg, Christian Zietsman, all of them pushing as far as they can. Jacques Kriel as well.
So everyone from Neil has done one stop for front runners. Interesting to see where Rudolph comes out when he eventually pits.
Also a very good race for him, coming all the way from the back from P12. Currently running P2, but without the pit stop yet. But definitely going to come out in a good position, I'm sure of that.
It's just passing Scott here, back marker on Rudolph. Rudolph's got nice and clear air between him and Zietsman now. Zietsman already all the way up to Ascari. Rudolph only entering the second chicane now.
We also have a fan outside on the YouTube page shouting there for Negrini.
Greeny.
A little bit of a tough race tonight, but running down in P23. But yeah,
He's done one stop at least.
Definitely got caught up in that lap 1 incident as well. He lost out a lot of positions there, but definitely having a great comeback drive. I think he's pushing it like hell tonight, trying to get back, seeing where he can end.
This results is definitely going to be preliminary, as I suspect quite a bit of investigations into that incident on lap 1. So we'll have to wait for the stewards' judgment to determine who's the champion of the season.
Got a lot of gaps forming between the drivers, but I think it's a lot of pit stop offsets and everything. Also have a few drivers.
19 is off track.
Few drivers finishing all their pit stops. We've got Grief and Neighbor completing their pit stops, so they don't need to stop again. They feel good new tires and they're going to be pushing, so let's see how much positions they can gain.
I see Niels managing to maintain the gap to Gerhard. 4 seconds now. And then another 4 to Martin. Like to see where Zitzman, Rudolf, Van Zyl, Zitzman 2, Kriel, Berg comes out after their pit stops.
We've got Struble, De Bruin and Van Dijk running real close on track at the moment. Not too much of a gap between them. Struble definitely pushing. I don't think De Bruin or Van Dijk have answers for him tonight. Definitely going to be an interesting team meeting after this race.
Not over yet.
We've got Maton with a drive-through penalty there. And Zitzman just extending and extending. What a very good race from Ludwig here tonight.
Also getting into traffic. He's got one more to clear, then he's got clean air, I believe, until his first pit stop.
Also have John Van Zyl racing snails, trying to extend as far as possible. I think he wants to make up a lot of positions. Let's see how far he can be ahead, but the time in between him and Struble looked quite close.
At least he also is currently running in nice clean air, so he can focus on putting in that consistent good laps. Where's Mr. Gavin running? 14th place, finished all his pit stops. So Scruton is done with his pit stops and
Coming out
he's
the pits
also
now.
focusing on making up spaces. Have you driven the Bentley, Jock?
Sorry.
Have you ever drove the Bentley in a race?
No, I'm not a very big Bentley fan.
Quite a fat GT3 that, same as the BM.
I would say my favorite car is the Mustang by far. But if you put me in ACC, I'll probably be 27th now. not my preferred sim at the moment, but yeah, it's quite difficult. I mean, the driving technique that we use on iRacing coming to ACC is a big difference. I think it
Big
takes
difference.
a lot of skill in ACC and a lot of skill in iRacing. Each have their own type of driving styles, each have their own type of everything, so that makes it quite hard.
Yes. It's quite the skill to develop to this level of these guys to have pace on one platform. You definitely can't switch between platforms. The guys that's doing PC and console on ACC at least say the physics are quite similar. It's a bit more reactive and quick to respond on PC, but at least it's the same mechanics behind it, so no massive difference. So they're able to do both PC and console at the moment.
Well, we've got two drivers in the field tonight that actually do PC and console. We've got Struble and the Brain. I think
Yes,
those they go up and down, they actually race both, so that's quite interesting to see how they perform in both. I think when they drive on the PlayStation, they come back to PC, they're actually a little bit faster.
I must say, from my side, I could see that since they've been on PC, their pace has picked up tremendously on console. Definitely a good thing to diversify the platform a bit. Yeah, I'm sure PC gives you much better development due to that reaction times that's quicker, or response times between your inputs and what happens with your vehicle.
Yeah, and I think the grid sizes and the racing, everything is competitive over both. But I have a personal preference. I think PC is my favorite, but I don't want to start a war now, so let's say they're 50-50.
What do you think about the full crossplay potential with Project Motor Racing? I think it will be 1-to-1 between the PC and the console boys.
I think so. I think it's going to be a very interesting grid. Actually, I had a look at a video that they had on YouTube explaining that it's going to be gamepad and steering wheel friendly. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. The rank play looks quite good, meaning that you're going to have bigger fields, bigger everything, more competitive drivers, and I think that's going to end the war between console and PC, so that the guys can actually compete against each other.
I think it's going to start a war. I think we're going to see some console versus PC leagues running.
Well, that can be an interesting race.
Because we'll have the platform for the first time to do that.
I think
I already see a bit of banter in our team between the PC and the console boys. So I think it's going to be good sportsman. It's good sport. I think we keep the positive sportsman spirit going, and a bit of healthy banter adds to the enjoyment of the sport.
No, definitely. And the competitiveness, I mean, if you have a good team that actually push each other to be competitive, at the end of the day, you all get faster and just a little bit more racier.
Now, it's good to have a diversified team with guys that's experts, setup engineers. They definitely help the layman's guys like me out with setups every week. And without the team, I wouldn't have had that privilege.
Yeah, well, on my side, I must say it's quite hard to compete sometimes, but I do have a very good teammate, Jacob van der Lif. So, I mean, we at Rhino Racing have been pushing hard at the last two races at RaceFace as well in iRacing. I wouldn't say my GTP Le Mans car race went as well. But yeah, we'll just say I did the GT3 and forget about that the second week race.
It's better to focus on one.
Yeah, that was a bit of an interesting one.
Cut into the pits here. He's got quite a long stop. I'm sure he changed tires.
We also had Rudolf diving into the pits, coming out behind Thomas and not too far, 1 second behind Thomas.
So I think De Bruin and Struble still has to do tires in their next stop, and Zitzwan only has a splash and dash to go. And Zitzwan comes out just behind Van Wyk in 7th place. Van Zyl now riding in a position he's accustomed to. At number 44 in P1.
That was quite an interesting stop for Zitzman there. losing a few positions. I mean, now they're all back on a one stop again. But I'm sure the next stop, Zitzman's stop, will be a little bit shorter there. Splash and dash making up a lot of time there.
I'm sure it will be time for De Bruyn and Struble to look at changing tires soon, because we're 50 minutes, just going on to 50 minutes into the race now. After 50 minutes, these tires do become quite a handful.
They do have a mandatory tire change as well, so they can't just try to push it out with the tires they have. They do need to make a mandatory tire change in one of the two stops, so when they do it, it's up to them, but let's see what happens. John van Zyl still extending that first in the win in P1 now. He's the tire whisperer because it's been a long time that he's been on those tires.
Yeah, he's out the longest now. He's the only person not to have done any stops yet. I'm sure his first stop will be his tire stop, and then he'll do a splash and dash in the last 25 minutes or so.
Ricard gaining slowly on Struble as well. Gap was 4 point something down to 2.8 now, so definitely putting in some solid pace there to start gaining.
It's definitely. It's going to start putting pressure on Neil, because Neil's going to see that time drop on his MFD display. So he's going to know Gerard's coming.
Yeah, we still have Maton down on P21, also fighting for P20. Also real close to the back of the Mustang as they go through the final corner back to the main straight. And he has a little bit of a wiggle in the front nose there. Losing out a little bit of time. That's definitely going to cost his run down to the first corner there. Definitely nice to see the guys hanging out there after the lap 1 incident. Guys keep on pushing, trying to do the best, see how far they can come back up.
Rage quitting is the real problem. It takes good self-control after incident like that to stay at it, stay out on track.
Oh, we've got a problem. Struble hit the wall somewhere. Gerard de Bruyn took the position. Struble's nose just totally full of damage. He's got the bumper damage, bonnet damage. Bad luck for our driver there. Now he's running in P3. Martin taking the position on the inside now.
Must be gutted.
Definitely need to go and have a look at the replay of the race. What happened there?
The gold division there.
He's staying out. He's not going into the pits. Looks like that's quite significant. He's definitely going to lose some speed on this.
Not such lekker tire.
Unfortunately, not tonight, lekker tire, no.
One of us going to remove the bumper sticker for next season. Might be satirical.
So now we've got De Bruyn.
De Bruyn leading the gold. Last at the moment.
Gerard de Bruyn in the pits doing his last stop now.
Is he doing tires this time around?
Just missed him. I caught him on his way out now. Okay. Martin van Wyk also in the pits, definitely doing tires. This is a long pit stop. Yep. I think Neil will come in the next lap as well to come and check some tires.
His tires has been on for 50 minutes of hard racing, high speed, high temps, hard braking zones. Can't see those tires being any more usable at the moment.
Now we've got for Maton real close as well to Valde. These two are fighting it out tonight. The whole race after almost more than an hour's racing almost, and these two are just separated by 0.1 of a second. And these two have been battling it out the whole night tonight.
Racing for bragging rights here at the back.
Zitzman got past Struble now as well. Struble definitely losing a lot of straight line speed with that damage on the front nose of that Ferrari. and he dives into the pit lane. So let's see how long he's going to be in pit lane, how much damage he has, and how many positions he's going to be losing out now. Sean Rudolph quite quiet now for a little while, but definitely fighting his way back. See how far he can bring that Mustang up the grid again.
Neil should come out just behind Martin, yeah, on the track. Let's hope he didn't lose that position to Scott as well.
Hara coming down to the main straight now. Just for it. Let's see how far he and Neil will be separated. I think 9 Neil has some quite significant
Neil's
damage.
still stationary.
Is
I think
Hara
he's
gonna
repairing the damage there in the pit.
Hara took the position away from Neil there.
I think his mechanic's got the duct tape out there. Yeah, Martin's also coming around the final corner. Neil's gonna lose out quite a couple of positions here. That one incident's gonna cost him a bit.
And John Van Zyl still staying out on that
On that first set of
racing styles
tyres.
Ferrari. On the first set of tyres. He has not made one pit stop yet.
That is a tyre whisperer of note.
Most definitely.
Neil getting out of the pit now only.
He's lost out of a lot of positions. All the way down into P11.
So Van Zyl is lapped Neil at the moment. So Van Zyl is actually having a very good race here, deciding to stay out the longest.
Let's hope that his pit stops at the end don't cost him a lot of time and loses out a lot of positions. But when you fight back from the back, you can only do the strategy that nobody does. That's always the best way to try and get the race win at the end of the day.
To take that gamble. Got nothing to lose. Go all in. Seems
Now,
like it's going to pay off for John, yeah.
oh, we've got Wentworth coming down on Van der Walt, coming down on Park. These three also battling it out. P12, 13 and 14. Let's see who can make this battle happen. But it's always also a 3-car battle and they're pushing. You can see the way they're using the track, using all of it, not leaving an inch on the inside or on the outside.
That's what you have to do if you want good lap times. You need to maximize your track space. Martin's 4 seconds from Zitzman, but Zitzman still has a stop to go.
I think Zitzman is going to do a splash and dash. It's going to be quite a quick pit stop for him there. Wentworth on the back of Van der Walt now going to the main straight. See if that Ferrari can take the run on that Mustang to the first corner.
Van Zyl still out. You can see he starts struggling for grip on the trail braking.
What are the time differences between the guys on fresh tires and Van Zyl at the moment? So Van Zyl is running 149.6s and the guys behind him are running 149.2s. So there's a bit of a
He should
tire
be ducking into
disadvantage.
the pit now. If I was him, I'll go in this lap. He should have gone maybe 1 or 2 laps earlier.
Definitely a time loss on the tires now.
But he's lapped the entire field. Let's see how many guys unlapped themselves while he's in the pit. Well, he's going to have fresh tires for the last 20 minutes. See if he ducks in, yeah. He's just coming around the final corner. Running wide. Oh, he's staying out.
For another lap.
What strategy is Mr. Van Zyl applying here?
Van der Walt doing an excellent job down here in P12.
Probably saving
Keep
set
Wind.
of
Oh,
tires for next season.
Wentworth lost it. He lost it. He's into the wall. Oh, there's some
Just
damage
after
on that
Ascari.
Ferrari. Just after Ascari. And he spins it around. Bad luck for him there. He was fighting Van der Walt the whole race, trying to get the pass done. That Mustang just closed every corner. There was no way through. And I think he just overcooked it and lost it on the exit of the corner.
Nothing worse than spinning around and facing oncoming traffic. Very difficult to time and choose your slot to slide back into the snail going around Monza.
Gives you some time to wave to the other drivers to say hello.
I had a similar situation after turn 1 on Monday. Facing traffic, lots of problems.
But Ludwig in some traffic now, coming in P2. Sean Rudolph.
Mansell can surely not do another lap. I'm going to take a wager on this one, Jock.
We can do the wager on this one. I think he can. He can definitely keep it another lap.
I think he has to go in this lap.
What a
Otherwise, he's going to finish the race with a tire set that's just running.
I think what a good drive from him, trying to keep this car out that long.
Yeah.
Easy going into pit lane. And he's staying out. He's definitely, it's got a different strategy to the other guys.
He's about 7/10 off his fastest lap. So he's not putting in any gains at the moment.
Currently still putting the same laps as the brain out there.
He must be thinking he's going to come out in contention and then have the fresh set of tires to make the passes.
I think Gerard is also doing quite good. He's keeping his pace quite consistent, keeping the tires alive. So let's see. They're definitely going to be a
second chicane.
Definitely going to be in a battle at the end of the race with Gerard and John van Zyl, I'm sure of that. Christian Sitzman also coming onto the back now of Thomas. These two also have been fighting it out the whole race.
Martin is on Sitzman's arse right now. Sitzman still has to do his final pit stop.
Yeah, Martin on the back of him here as well.
Yeah, he's got him.
Ah, Struble running in P10. Bad luck for him there. And Martin goes around the outside. Sitzman just gave him the position there. I think they're on different strategies.
Staying out.
And Christian Sitzman goes into the pits. I think that's why he let Martin go.
Let's see, Martin closes the gap on Van Zyl. Worn tires versus fresh tires. Started at 4.8, already down to 4.
Oh, we've got Jock Creel. Who was that? Somebody almost lost it around the corner there. Almost thought it was Jock Creel in P5, but also having a magnificent race here.
There's 777 stationary on the straight down to Ascari. What's happening there?
Oh, it's Maton. And he had a very great race so far.
Has he jumped to the pit?
Yeah, he jumped into the pits.
Jumped to the pit.
I think he got his final stop done and dusted now.
Yeah, well, he jumped from the incident just before Ascari, so he must have hit the wall and had damage.
Must have been the one I saw on the running wide there.
It's going to be in the pit for a while. Look at Martin closing that gap on Van Zyl. They started the previous lap in this position on 4.8 and it's down to 3.1 now. So that's 1.7 seconds in one lap. I can't imagine Van Zyl staying out any longer.
Van Zyl definitely losing a lot of time now.
No, he's staying out. If we could just have a team radio to tell him what strat he should have applied.
I think there's some...
Down to 149.9s now. Martin's still closing, 2.9.
Interesting to kind of see where Gerhard comes out with Ludwig Sitzmann as well. Gerhard doing some awesome laps. Ludwig a little bit faster than Gerhard at the moment. But yeah, it's going to be quite close with them as well after Sitzmann needs to make that second stop.
Martin took the fastest lap from Gerhard there.
Yeah, 148.
That was a mega lap.
148, 162.
He closed down 1.8 seconds. So if he did a 150, should have been a 140, low 148 in that lap. Must be a 48.2 at least, because the fastest lap was a 48.3. .48.1. Martin's putting in some mega laps at the moment.
Running through the grid a little bit, giving all the drivers a little bit of screen time. Yeah, a lot of guys that we didn't talk about tonight, but all of them actually did a very good race tonight. I mean, bad luck for turn one, but I think all of them did quite well to fight themselves back. Monza is not the easiest track out there, the one with the least corners and the most straights, but it's one of the hardest.
Hard braking zones.
And we've got Scott going in for a drive-through penalty. Tyler Scott got a drive-through there.
Van Zyl is still out, Jock. Can you believe that?
Almost unbelievable how this guy can make it go.
Almost a second on Martin in that last lap. He should have changed tires 5-6 laps ago. I got the hospitality package here. Just got a nice plate of snacks dropped off here at my studio.
That's
you had that privilege, Jock?
Unfortunately not. We don't have all the hospitality services. I think I'm too focused in on this race. I mean, we've got Van Zyl pushing as far as he can. But Gerhard definitely going to be close to Ludwig Sitzmann when he comes out of the pits. Got Sean Rudolph in the mix there as well. That also may need to make a stop. So I think there's still a lot of action coming. We've got Martin that got some type of turbo somewhere, because he's pushing like hell. So let's see what the guys can do.
He's got the gap down to 1.7 seconds now to Van Zyl, to one lap himself.
I mean, even have a look at Scruton. Scruton is all the way back up to P11, already finished all his stops, fought his way up. I mean, he's definitely also fighting. I mean, this is our championship leader sitting in P11 at the moment. Not ideal, but yeah, he's giving his everything to actually keep it up there and not give Martin that 5-point difference.
Van Zyl just put in a 49.07 on his tires. It's absolutely done its job for the night.
Very talented driver.
Maybe someone to see in the Pro Division next season.
We will see.
And Sitzmann in his Audi.
Definitely. Hopefully we can see some of the SPR guys there as well.
By the looks of things, Sitzmann definitely has the net lead of the race.
Is it Martin closing on the back of him now?
under a second. And John's got two pit stops to do. He is 2 laps ahead of Van Dijk, as he's lapped everyone but Zitzman.
Is he going to be able to
Twice.
pull this off? Let's see how far he gained positions.
There's only 12 minutes left, 6-7 laps.
Oh, we've got Scruton closing up as well. Going for Van der Walt in P10. Scruton definitely making up some positions. He doesn't want to lose those 5 points out tonight.
Okay, finally Van Zyl into the pit.
Let's see how long his first pit stop is going to be.
This should be his tire stop.
I think he's going to
And
do
then
2 of them.
Lap directly one after one another.
I think we'll be seeing Ludwig and Sean also come in the next few laps. Hopefully Ludwig could have pulled quite a gap on the brain, because I think he's going to be fighting with him on the pit exit.
Zitzman back in his position. See if Rudolf, with his car number 151, is coming just over the finish line. It's gonna duck in just behind Van Zyl into corner 1. So Rudolf doing very well, being in the net 2nd place of the race at the moment,
And doing
by my calculations.
148.9 last lap, not bad.
Anything below 149 at the moment keeps you in contention.
Gerard struggling a little bit, down to 150 on the last lap.
The race is in its final legs now, so concentration to be quick is very difficult at this stage of a race.
If you have a look at the battle there down in P11 and 10, we've got Scruton pushing like hell. Definitely trying to catch Van der Walt there for the 10th position to score those extra points.
He has to finish within, I think, 2 positions from Martin in to retain P1 on the championship.
P9, Jock Hill not too far ahead of Van der Walt, so with 10 minutes in the race, will Scruton be able to get all the way back to P9. So we've got Ludwig Zitzman back into the lead now. Staying out, not going in for the pits yet. We'll see what John Van Zyl does. When does he take his last pit stop? Sean Rudolph still staying out. Still needs to do 1 stop. And then we've got Gerard de Brain. Not
Okay,
doing
he's
bad
going into
tonight.
the pits again. Okay, Van Zyl's clearing out his pit stops now. Let's see where he comes out.
And
That
Sean
will be
Rudolph
his
follows him in. Let's see how far they
so
come
Rudolph
out to.
is on his back.
I think this
the
is the
final
challenge.
8 minutes when they come out.
Challenge with the brain coming down the straight to the last corner. Let's see when he exits how far behind he's going to be. And he goes through the last corner now. This is going to be close.
You'll get them.
This is going to be close.
It's not going to be good enough for Van Zyl. For the brain, it's going to pass him now.
And Van Zyl goes out the pits now. And the brain takes the position.
Was that just track position?
It should be for track.
That was before. That was full position. Okay, so Van Zyl finished with his pit stops in net 3 at the moment. That's a mega drive from him with that extra long stint.
What a comeback.
This is what legends are made of.
I think he showed us tonight, the longer you keep the tires alive, the more positions you can gain. I think the overcut was a lot stronger tonight than the undercut. We saw it earlier with Neil and Gerard as well. Neil kept it longer on track. Gerard dived into the pits early, and I think the overcut was just a little bit stronger tonight than the undercut. We've got Martin quite close to Caden Scott as well now. They're fighting for 6th position, but Caden still needs to make one stop, as well as Ludwig also needs to make another stop.
I think Martin has silver position secured.
We've got Scruton that got past Van der Vault. They're still fighting it out. Van der Vault not making this easy for him. And there they go. Who's latest on the brakes? Yeah. Van der Vault just has it and keeps the position. Definitely giving Scruton a hard time, yeah. But Scruton gets a better run out of that corner and thinks the better of it, not going for the inside there. Amazing battling here from Van der Vault tonight. I mean, his defending was just top notch. He kept everybody behind. They're struggling to get past him. Martin van Wyk also past Caden Scott now. But Caden still needs to make that pit stop. Now he's got 6.5 seconds to Rick Thomas. Let's see if Martin can close the gap there. Sean Rudolph running in P4 at the moment. Gerard de Bruin in second. And John van Zyl on the podium after that mega first stint.
Looking at the points table here, John would not leap over Martin. He was 221 points, Martin on 270. So as things stands, with Scruton down in 11th, he'll get 22 points for his efforts, and Martin up in P6 will get the 29. That would be 7 points, which is just enough for the swing.
Well, Scruton still running down in P11, and Van der Vault making his life a little bit hard here at the back. But yeah, it's definitely falling a little bit back now. I think he's just gonna cool down those tires a lap or two and then give it one last push on the final few laps. Michael Berg also getting in on them now as well in the fight for P10. But Ludwig Zitzman is pulling away, and I don't think anybody had any answers for him tonight. Most of the field quite spread out now, but now we've got Van der Vault on the back of Kriel as well, and we've got Scruton now, so now it's not a fight for P10 anymore, we're looking at a fight for P9 here. At the end of the race, by the looks of it, we're going to have a 4-car battle here. Not good.
I see it's getting close there.
Just
Keeping
interesting
my
to see.
eye on the gap between Van Zyl and Gerard, if it's maintaining or closing. Because that's for net P1 and P2 in the gold class. 5 seconds between De Bruin and Van Zyl.
Van Zyl currently lapping a 10th quicker on the last lap.
Gerard should be able to close this off in P1. Let's keep our eyes down on the battle between Scruton, Van der Walt,
and Kriel. I think this is real close. We've got three
Yes.
cars here close to
Van
each
der
other.
Walt.
See if
Van der
that
Walt's
Mustang
all over Kriel in the back, yeah. And Scruton right behind him.
I think he ate a little bit too much curb there, giving Scruton the run on him there. Is he gonna go inside? He does. Van der Walt leaves the space.
Parabolica.
Runs a little bit wide. And Scruton takes the position. What a overtake there.
Got the inside. Look at that Mustang pull the Ferrari.
Let's see who's the
Side by
latest on
side
the
now.
brakes.
Who's the latest braking point? It's Van der Walt. He takes it back into turn 1.
Some mega defending and fighting
and
from
he's
him.
on Kriel. He opts the position up and is right on the tail of the next position.
I think he should try to push Kriel a little bit harder because he's creating some gaps here for Scruton at the moment. And Kriel goes a little bit wide. Is there
right
Van der
in front
Walt
of Scruton.
just makes it past there.
Van der Walt's got a bit of breathing room here now.
Now Scruton is going to be fighting to get past there.
That was for the podium in the silver class.
And it looks like Scruton does take him here. Let's see, he's going to try to go around the outside here. Is the Ferrari going to have a better run?
He's got it.
And he clears him.
Now Scruton's going to try and chase down Van der Walt, yeah. It's not going to make a difference on the points as Van der Walt is a silver class racer. Scruton is gold. The gap to Struble is 11 seconds from Van der Walt. So unless Struble has a massive unfortunate event, I think he's got his position secured.
And so Ludwig
P5.
did make his final stop as well. And yeah, he's came up P1. What an excellent race from this guy tonight.
Martin P4, Scruton P6. Let's check what that does to the points.
Scruton P9 at the moment. But he's got Jacques Kriel all on the back of him here. But here we've got Ludwig Zitzman coming down the main straight. And he takes the win here at Monza. What an exceptional race from Ludwig here. So the next driver coming through, we've got Gerard. What an excellent drive from him as well. And I think there's a... Oh no, Gerard ran out of fuel. Marco, John van Zyl took the bushes and Sean Rudolph took the position. And yeah, Gerard at the end of the day, P4, he lost out 2 positions there for running out of fuel. What a bad loss. Yes. We've got Martin coming at P6. Niels Struble will be coming home at P7. And then there's this fight for Scruton and Van der Walt. The gap has pulled there.
There's been a switch up here in the season standings, Jock.
A very good one.
Preliminary, Martin has taken it by 1 point.
By 1 point.
After 8 rounds, 280 points versus, well, it's going to be a difference of 1 point in the end.
And then Struble comes home at P7.
Martin needed 6 points on Scruton and he got the 6.
What a magnificent event this was. I think this is all just still provisional, but what a championship I think it was. I mean, tonight's racing from all these guys have just been phenomenal. We've had some very close battles on track. I think we've had a few hard-sore moments on track tonight. A lot of bad luck for 2 of our SPR drivers there, for Neil and for Gerard. Unfortunately, the there will definitely be some after race meetings and the team there for the pit crew under fueling Gerard's car there.
Most definitely. I think he worked to the last decimal when he calculated his fuel before this race, and unfortunately missing it to the wrong side of the line.
Unfortunately there, but still that gives us Gerard in. So the final result, we've got Ludwig Zietman winning the race here at Monza tonight. Second place, we've got John
17 seconds.
By 17, so what a race from him. Phenomenal race from him tonight.
Very good race from Rudolf as well. He outperformed the bulk of the gold class here.
No, definitely. I think it was a very good one for all. So our final standings then, it's Zietman in first. The standings disappeared.
Green light, give it all you can.
I see Martin apologizing to Ludwig in the chat there, so there might be an incident to be investigated after the race. So it's all going to come down to the stewards in the final rundown of the points.
No, definitely, and I think this was a quite interesting experience for us tonight, and I hope that some of our viewers enjoyed it. Something new for us that we tried out from SPR side, definitely. We Afrikaans Okies tried to speak the best English we could. But
very deliciously.
I think me and Marco just want to thank you all for watching, and thanks for watching the race, and thanks to all the drivers for all the entertainment, hardcore, and all the interesting moves and strategies tonight. Anything from you there, Marco?
Yeah, thank you for the views, the comments, the likes, the subscribes, the shares. I think that's important to get the word out there so we can build this sport. It's been lots of fun here, Jock, with you. I think I learned a couple of things tonight, so much appreciated, and thank you for all the technical assistance.
It's a pleasure, Marco, and I think we should say thanks to everybody that watched, and good night, everyone. And we'll see you guys in the next season.